Hey YouTube, coming at you with another Great League team. And this one, I started with Sableye. No, I just started with Dugong because someone in my factions teams talked about how Dugong is super strong in this meta right now. And with like Clodsire and Gligar and stuff like that, it is strong. Plus having Draw Run for Steel, so I think it was strong. And then I put in Sableye because it was one of my go-to for grinding. And then I was like, okay, this team right off the bat has a double weakness to Carbink. So I'm like, what's an answer to Carbink? Well, Clodsire I just used. So use that. Again, you do have kind of a double weakness um, to Carbink on the lead there. And then there's a couple other ones, which I managed to jump around one a Ninetales on the lead. I'll go over that in a minute. But let's look at some battles. As you can see, I'm against a regional champion. Well, I am just living off my almost making day 2 run. Bewear against Sableye is a bad lead. It is normal fighting, so it resists the claws and it resists the foul play. So I got to get out into Dugong. Dugong's a good safe swap, so is Clodsire. I think Dugong is better safe swap here. Shield up the superpower, so I'm down a shield early. But their best answer coming in is Frostlass, which is not amazing. Shadow Balls will hurt, but they are also pretty, like, they're also doing resisted powder snow. So this is not like an amazing answer to this, which means they don't have like a Medi or anything, or else you'd probably use that to deal with Dugong. I will probably grab a shield back here. I do. And I'm going to be taken out. They're going to throw right as I get to the move because they are a champion and know how to time and do everything properly. Take me out with Shadow Ball. That's fine. At this point, I think my win position is Clodsire. So I just farm all the way down. Take this move. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the full thing in there. But then I'm like, you know what? Let's grab a shield to take this out, right? Return will one-shot. And then I can just kind of sweep in the back with Clodsire, hopefully. And I do. And then they come with their own Clodsire. And I immediately freeze because I saw the resisted. Because they're doing resisted. They're using Poison Sting. I mentioned the other day how you can use Poison Sting or Mud Shot. Both. Same energy, same damage, just different outcomes of like what you do better against flyers. With Poison Sting, you do better against steals with Clodsire, with Mudshot. So I hesitated too long. The good news is, because the poison stings were resisted, the claws and foul plays have now put this in almost farm down range. But what essentially happened there is they will get an earthquake off, but as you're going to see, it does like 60%. Not even, and now I'm at 2 sludge bombs right here, so I can just go back to back for the win. So I probably need to be a little faster on that switch, but overall still worked out fine because Sableye resists the poison. Steelix, if you saw my video, I forget if this has been posted already or not. I did a Shadow Steelix. I did, or I will be doing a Shadow Steelix video, looking at it again, and basically talking about how like it's still kind of strong. I when I did my initial analysis, I think I was too hard on it. I don't think I was wrong in my analysis. I think it is beat dependent. I think it is overhyped and overrated at the beginning. I just don't think, I kind of went the other end. I went like, oh yeah, you don't waste your time with this thing. But I think that's a little too rough for it. I think like in even matchups, it can cause a lot of problems. But that being said, it did take out my Sableye, but I grabbed a shield, which is not a bad case scenario. Now you see me lose the bait game twice. Shield up a Weather Ball, and then they Hurricane me, but at least I'm going to lower their attack with these Icy Winds, so that is okay. It will hurt, but not enough to take me out. And now the question is, can I farm down here? I don't think I can. I mean, worst case scenario, I probably could. I think I'd have to take a Weather Ball, and that would put me in like wing attack range at that point, or like just like one Dragon Tail range. So I kind of just like let it go. And then I was reading like one flyer. They probably have a second flyer in the back that I need to save this for, and it's a grass. So it's not totally off. I kind of got the feel that Dugong was going to do well. But now Clodsire, why I really like this Pokemon is because I'm hitting for neutral, only taking neutrals from these grass moves, but I'm hitting for super effective with these poison moves. And as you're going to see here, one Frenzy is not going to take me out. So I'm going to be able to Sludge Bomb them for the third time here, take them out, and then I think I can mud shot down before they get to move off. So Clodsire is still putting in work. I know other people have thought it was like unimpressive. I think it's actually quite strong. I'm very comfortable using it right now already. Okay, Sableye A9. If this is Powder Snow, which I think it was, this is actually not a terrible matchup because the Shadow Claws are doing neutral. That was too fast. This is just a Weather Ball. That was too fast to get to a fairy, like the, was it Dazzling Gleam? So I get to their turn and then I'm going to bait. They have energy, so I expect that shield from them. At this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm at basically a second move here, foul play. So I'm just going to shield. I thought I can get to 3 foul plays here, but really I can only get to 1 move. So I probably should have just gone straight return here because that's more risky and there's no point. I'm going to lose anyways. So I come in the Dugong and they give up switch, and oh no for them. I got a resisted Focus Blast or a double resisted Zap Cannon, and they decide to go for the double resisted Zap Cannon, realize that's not going to do anything, and then they top left out of here. So this is just such like a good wall for a couple Pokemon. Here's your Carbink. So you have to go to Clodsire immediately. They eventually come in Medi, which is not terrible. Again, this thing had Medi walled with its Data Mind moveset. They have changed the moveset, but this is still a neutral matchup. Like if you shield up a Psychic or they just go straight Ice Punch here, you can win just going double Earthquake if they don't shield here. The problem is if they don't shield, they're still... I still got my Dugong and Sableye on thing, so I probably maybe should have committed a shield here to save this a bit more, because I know Clodsire has to be on it a little bit, the Carbink. So I'm probably going to bank some of this, come in here, just sacrifice this, which is not truly it's not a good idea either. I know I'm trying to keep Dugong alive because it has Drill Run super effective. They end up catching on the Carbink, so nice catch there just to save the Venusaur. But I think the damage is done. As you're going to see, they still have 2 shields. I need to come in here and get a move off, but they just easily shield and then farm down, and then the grass and rock combo is going to very easily handle my Dugong. So if you're seeing a ton of Carbinks, this team probably isn't for you. I think if I was to play this again, you know what, the Sableye versus Carbink matchup is not like the worst thing in the world. So if I'm just gonna go to summarize the battle. Put in Sableye, put in Carbink. Maximize both here and run it. So even just going straight foul play, it says you can get Carbink down to 41 health. But I don't even think that's the play. I think going return is the play. And they're not going to shield anything. Let's just give them 0 shields. I know it's not a true analysis. So returns do 26 damage, 20%. How much does a foul play do? 17 damage, 13%, 45 energy though. So maybe it is better to just go foul play. So you could stay in that matchup and shield once, or just like let it go and do some chip and then come Clodsire. Depends how you want to play it. I remember getting this Clodsire on the Charjabug, and it's just like there's nowhere to go. I just talked about how it's an MVP for my Toronto regional team, but this is quite a hard answer to it. So I don't expect Clodsire. Clodsire is an interesting one. I think there's GBL Clodsire, and then there's like regional Clodsire. I think GBL Clodsire, it's strong. I think it has a lot of good matchups. In show 6, when it's like only evenish against Medicham now because they can land Psychic, Gligar walls it, Swampert's gonna kill it, Water Gun Lantern is gonna be close because you hit super effective Mud Shot and Earthquake, so that's gonna be a little closer. But there just seems like a lot of picks on the teams for Show 6 that are going to cause this thing problems. So I don't know if this Pokemon is going to be brought much to regionals. I'm sure some people will test it out at regionals. I don't know if it's like a game changer for me. It was Charjabug. And you know what? It was Charjabug and Carbink, which started to see a huge influx recently in the Show 6. So maybe from that perspective, this Pokemon will move up the rankings. Just putting it in again. Yeah, it has a 15-21 record against the main meta. That's the thing. Swampert, you're going to get killed. Superior, you still lose. Sableye, you lose because the... Sableye, you lose? That's interesting. Ninetales with Powder Snow. Medicham, you win, but it's close. Anything Flyer, you lose Lickitung, you lose Water Gun Lantern, you get killed by Gligar. You lose by Froslass, which is showing up more. So it's kind of like, it has potential play in the open, in the regionals, but I'm not sold on it. But in GBL, I think it has a ton of play. Dugong is interesting because there are lanterns around. I feel like, I don't know if it's just my range, which was like 2800 yellow where these were done. I feel like I have not seen as many lanterns. So I got an earthquake, but I didn't think I was going to get to the earthquake. Obviously throw the earthquake here if you can. Because Dugong's main things was like, you're going to get killed by lantern, but I'm not seeing as many anymore. And then Medis, obviously those are still everywhere, which it still does okay. Sableye I still love. They gave up switch here, which I don't know why they did that, because I'm going to very easily handle Medi here with my Sableye. I think they're like trying to catch or like get ahead on energy. I do not like how my opponent played this. I think they could have easily taken this game, but they like give up switch, allow me to farm down. I have a move coming out with the claws, so they kind of have to throw, because between the claws and the foul play, it's going to put this pretty low. But then they dumped all their energy here, and you know I'm close to a drill run, so I don't know if they played that well. So Golisopod is a okay-ish lead. And again, here comes Steelix. So first things first, terrible fast move timing. Second thing was, I was like, my backline doesn't handle that well. So I should probably get out. But then they're already at Earthquake and I don't shield it, and now it's just like crap, because now I'm just Dragon Tail range and breaking Swipe range, so they can just shield and farm down. So I probably should have gotten out to this much sooner, because I could have easily kept the Sableye on the not that Sableye has an amazing matchup against the Golisopod, but it has a way better matchup than the other two Pokemon here, which are terrible. And now I'm sacrificing this. What am I doing? Yeah, this is not the right play. And now they have a Dunsparce, which takes out both of these Pokemon. So this game's over, and it was, I think, poorly played. What I should have done is I should have come in Clodsire immediately when you see Steelix, because you get to the Earthquake in 8 mud shots, right? It's super quick to get there. You're bulky, so you can take a ton of Dragon Tails and Breaking Swipe. So yeah, I think I got to come in there immediately. I would still have the Dugong and on like the Dunsparce on the Dugong, which is bad. But like it's not terrible. I could have Icy Wind and then stuff like that. But yeah, this game's over. Someone also mentioned my phone, which it's so I have a Google Pixel 7. It's only like a year old. Someone are saying that it is that phone that is causing all my game crashes and bugs and frame drops that I'm getting. And I don't think they're wrong to a certain extent. I think my phone is not great for gaming. I just like the Pixels in terms of like an actual like phone and the ease of use and Android and all that stuff. So that's what I use. I get that iPhones are better for JBL and stuff like that, but I'm not going to buy a phone just for Pokemon Go. That's for sure. I'll just lose frame drops in games here and there because of it. So Sandslash, decent lead. Is Powder Snow. It doesn't really change the matchup. too much. I will get a foul play here. I think I can live one and get another move off here. So I don't need to shield here. So then I get another one off and they catch on the Clodsire, which is fine, decent catch. Now I can finally get my Dugong on it. This is the first time I can get a Dugong on it. I got super effective Icy Winds. I didn't count, obviously. And I shield. It's only a Sludge Bomb. I don't know if they even had enough for an Earthquake, but I'm just going to lower their defense anyways. I mean attack. So even if they hit me with an Earthquake here, which I think they do next, it's not going to do as much, and I'll still come out with energy here. Right? Hit me with an Earthquake, that's fine. And I'll still have a Drill Run to come out. That doesn't do much at all, holy smokes. I'll still have a Drill Run for this. I get hit with the Drill Run back here, but I'll live. And then I can get this Drill Run off to take this out. And then this will be pretty low. I remember trying to farm. I remember something coming in. It was like a grass. Yeah. And I tried to get to the Icy Wind thinking that would be enough. But this is where the bulk of Clodsire and just like the spamminess is really huge here. Those couple Ice Shards basically put this in mud shot. Like I can threaten even with the Sludge Bomb, even if they, like this is still neutral. So they kind of have to shield. And then I can live a Frenzy and I get to an Earthquake. Like they already have 50%. So I think Sludge Bomb probably would take out from this range, but I still just get to an Earthquake quite easily. So this is what I like about this Pokemon. It's spammy and it has a lot of coverage against the main meta. I know I put like Dugong or Sableye in the title, and I love using Sableye, and I will always use Sableye. Dugong, I'm just more hit or miss about. People like swear by Dugong, and it can be overpowering at times. I just find it's very hit or miss. Sableye I will always do great with. And a lot of people click on Sableye, so you're probably seeing Sableye in the title, in the thumbnail too. But no, Dugong is always hit or miss for me. Sableye I always do well with. Clodsire though I think is rising up in my ranks, even if other people think it's not as strong. But again, we have season turnover in like 3.5 weeks, if that now. So we will see how long, what new moves come out for Pokemon, what gets buffed, what gets nerfed. And we'll see if that shakes up the rankings a bit here. But that is the team. Again, kind of some problems with like Charm, Ninetales on the lead be tough. You'd have to go into Clodsire. Carbink is tough. Like I said, you on the lead maybe try and play that out. Maybe try and catch a move on Clodsire. It would be the best scenario because the Shadow Claws are still neutral, right? So those add up. And then yeah, Dugong is still decent safe swap, so it's fine over. I just never like there's certain Pokemon that that people will use that that they're very strong with, but maybe others aren't strong with, right? Sableye is always one, Swamper's always one, Togedemaru, as someone's mentioned, how you pronounce it properly. I like saying Togedemaru, but Togedemaru apparently is how you pronounce it. I can be very successful with those Pokemon because I'm very comfortable with them, while others are not. And same thing, some people dominate with Dugong, but I'm just like, not my style. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. I had realized I called out for it on Twitter in my community post page. Please submit some battles for Great League and Ultra League so I can showcase over the next Ultra League next week and then Great League at the last week of the season. I forgot. I guess somewhere in my updating in my description, I had forgotten to copy that link over. So like for a month and a half, there was no link in my description. There should be there moving forward now. So please submit videos if you can so I can showcase those. I appreciate that. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.